So, Megan.
Yes.
To get onto our episode, I want to show you this picture and ask you, where might have seen this picture? Maybe walk into your local donut shop or like, have you seen something like this before?
Yeah. A lot. And the funny part is I've never even gotten my nails done except for when I got married. That was literally the only time, but I'm very familiar with this graphic.
Yes.
I've seen that all over the place.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to put on my props.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how women actually do these. I have big nails. I can't function. Like, I can't. Okay, Edward Scissorhands. What have you got for us?
Okay. These look so much crazier in person. I tried one on yesterday. I was like, oh, this for sure won't work.
The Velcro. It's the Velcro for me. The fact that you've got it on all of your fingers.
It works. I'm so excited. Okay. So today's episode is going to be about not necessarily nails per se, but kind of, sort of. Today's nail salons are one of the last frontiers of the legacy that are Nagel-inspired images.
And who, pray tell, is Nagel?
Ooh, we're going to get into that.
Ooh, okay.
So today, we're going to get into this very popular 80s trend, Nagel girls illustrations.
Best prop ever.
Patrick Nagel was born in 1945 in Dayton, Ohio. However, he spent most of his life in Los Angeles and received his bachelor's of fine arts from Cal State Fullerton. And he was an American illustrator and artist, emphasizing the female form and the style of Art Deco and pop art.
Right on, right on.
So in 1971, Patrick worked as a graphic designer for ABC Television. A year after that, he freelanced for Harper's Magazine, IBM,
Take you seriously.
MGM, Rolling Stone, and many other companies.
And here I was just saying how I talk with my hands more than I realized. And you're over there like,
I just gotta know. So from 1975 to 1984, he contributed to Playboy magazine with one of his paintings being published every issue.
oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good gig.
Right? For real. And this is where the Nagel women started to gain popularity. So I want to show you this first image. And we're all super familiar with this if you're born in the 80s, raised in the 80s.
Yep.
I want to say that I used to work for... I just can't take these out. I want to say that I used to work for a gay men's lingerie line as a graphic designer. And this font, the type, where it says Nagel, is like super crazy popular editorial, like fashion, high fashion, skinny words.
I can see that.
Big spacing. So yeah.
Cool.
Nagel women were peak 80s beauty. Bright lipstick colors, sassy boss energy, materialistic, sleek and sexy. Nagel girls were the new pinup style in a way. Think about it.
Oh, yeah, that does check out.
It does
Makes
check
sense.
So in this next image, I want to talk about this one because I feel like it's empowering. It's got like the Black Panther and it's very kind of like girl boss. It's a lot more powerful than like earlier pinups that we would have seen.
Yeah, it
Material girl.
gives me kind of David Bowie vibes. There's kind of an androgyny about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the fierceness, because prior to that, women aren't really portrayed that way. Or if it's just the shorter hair, the slick, sexy, cool. I mean, normally that was all a man's world.
Yeah, and that's actually one thing while doing this podcast episode is just the theme of 80s in general was a lot of freedom for women. It was like, again, like girl boss. You'll see that in one of the images, the girl is wearing like a business suit. So it's like they can make money.
Shoulder pads.
Yeah, shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
But it kind of makes sense, though, because you think of in a historical aspect, like women weren't even given the rights to have their own credit card in their name until 74. So we're, half a decade into getting used to that and like the empowerment that brings and the sense of individuality and like I'm not just an extension of my husband.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a power
I think
move.
it all kind of feeds into the climate we were in at this point.
In this image, I don't know if you ever saw American Psycho.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I feel like this man just looks like a Nagel version of Patrick Bateman. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was this movie back when I was a youngin', and it's called Newsies.
Okay.
And it stars Christian Bale as like a 16-year-old dancing and singing. And ever since then, because I was obsessed with that movie, I followed Christian Bale. So I have seen a lot of his work, especially the earlier stuff, like The Machinist, Equilibrium. Like I was a hardcore Christian Bale fan. So yes, I have seen American Psycho, and yeah, that checks out. It's hip to be square.
Nice reference.
Thanks.
Yep. So we have like the business suit and just like ferociousness, empowerment.
The eyes match.
Yes.
That's incredible. I like the little wispies of hair just kind of coming right down the center, and the brows are like super arched.
And you do get that pop art
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
vibe with his paint.
Because it's kind of flat, there's not a lot of color or form or anything. So.
Now, I couldn't necessarily find any of like the Playboy images, but I'm assuming this might be one because there's a little nip slip.
Yeah, could be.
Not quite sure.
Yeah.
And same with this one as well, just because it's a little bit more like, ooh.
Yeah. Ooh la la.
Yeah.
That's a weird, like, contortion, though.
I was thinking that.
It's not a natural, like, over the shoulder kind of thing. That's like a, do I want to or not?
I like that that's the vibe it's giving.
That's the beauty of art, right?
Yeah.
Like, it just makes you think of stuff.
All right. And then this last image, I believe, I think, again, another one of the Playboy images. But we've seen these types of images growing up in the 80s all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So Patrick produced album covers for several artists, but the most notable is the 1982 Rio cover for Duran Duran.
Ooh.
Here we go.
It's so sharp.
Yeah. Like my nails.
Yeah. Yes, like your nails. It's so sharp. Like even just these random lines going, what is that? Is it something blowing? Does it even matter? Like
I don't think it does. And there's like triangles. I know in the 80s it was just shapes were everywhere. It was just like circles, triangles, squiggles. Right. So I think that was just part of the 80s aesthetic, I'm assuming, is just like the shapes. And then I know it said that there was a mixture of like pop art and Art Deco. I do see a little bit of the Art Deco-ness, and I don't know if maybe that element has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Quite possibly, not sure. But he also had a great influence on pop culture. Remember Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love music video? Those are said to be inspired by the Nagel Women.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
So
interesting.
This is an actual screenshot of me watching the music video. I just screenshot it on my computer.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. I mean, look at those black pumps. Come on.
Yeah, hair slicked back.
Yeah. Bright lips.
So during this time, you could see Nagel's work everywhere, in malls, magazines, advertisements. Nagel created over 400 original works of his signature women, and it's estimated that there's like 2 million homes worldwide of like his work. But I'm assuming it has to do with Duran Duran.
Yeah, that's
Album
cover.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And it was everywhere. Again, it's something we're all familiar with. But like all trends, they die out. The 90s hit and the Nagel girls faded away, but not for nail salons. Craziest thing. For a decade and more, in my opinion, because I feel like you still could kind of see these a little bit.
Yeah.
You could still see these. Though I will say that they're counterfeit.
I can't.
They're very much counterfeit nail salons. So people suspect that the reason why we do see them in nail salons is because I guess the word Nagel in German is nail.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. But so all the ones that you do see in the nail salons are not actual, but they're inspired, you know.
Yeah.
You can see it kind of be a knockoff a little
Right. Wow.
I know, right?
That's so weird that it just survived in that one little pocket.
Right? And that's the strangest thing. It's so weird. And I go to a donut shop every once in a while and I still pass by. There's a nail shop right next to it. And I still see the Nagel girl. Nails. I'm like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Just that one little.
Yeah.
And, you know, I read that it's possible because, you know, the girls kind of embody like fashion and beauty and things like that. And of course, nails are the same.
Yeah.
Represent the same thing. They just, for whatever reason, have held up within the nail salon community.
That's so strange.
Yeah, right?
Like, why is that the tradition that sticks? I don't know.
Yeah.
And do they even know? Do they even realize, like, this is a throwback or, you know, like, or is it just haven't always been there and they don't think to change it up?
I think that might be it because it's such a standout image. You know, there's going to be nail, like, I don't know if that makes any sense. You know how there's like, I don't know, Trix Rabbit. You know, it's going to be like cereal.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's one of those things to where it's like
Just associated.
nails.
Yep. Facials. Hair. Happy nails.
Right?
Wow.
So where can you see his work today, you might ask? So the aesthetics.
I do ask.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me, where can I see his work today?
You can see it at the 2015 cartoon series called Moonbeam City that came out on Comedy Central. Now, I am aware of this show. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't think it did well. I'm assuming. I don't know. I knew it was a thing, but I
I wasn't really watching Cartoon Network at that point. I was kind of busy having a kid, so.
Okay. Well, there's that.
Yeah. I was binging the extended versions of Lord of the Rings.
As you should.
And The Hobbit. So,
As you should. So where else can you see it? Let's see. Well, Grand Theft Auto Vice City appropriated the style.
Yeah.
Kind of
Miami vibes.
Yeah. It's that 80s vibe. And also in 2017, Marvel's film Thor Ragnarok, you can see Bruce Banner wearing Duran Duran's album cover.
Right on, Bruce Banner.
Right? Another reason to like the Hulk.
Super cool. And it pairs very well with the sports coat.
Yeah, I agree with that. And in 2020, Forever 21 launched an apparel collection featuring Nagel portraits.
Good for them. Yeah. Very cool.
So if you didn't know anything about Patrick Nagel before,
now I do.
Now you do. And
now I'm going to know what those girls are.
Yeah, because I didn't know either.
They're just been in the background for forever and didn't really think twice about them. But yeah, it's very pop art, Art Deco inspired, but so 80s at the same time. And like, for some reason that never caught my attention, that there's this weird conglomeration of things occurring all at once.
Yeah, me either. I just actually happened to be scrolling on my phone and I came across this. I'm like,
scrolling with your long ass nails.
I'm just scrolling like that. And I was like, oh. You know what? This is why I don't have long nails.
We should have just went and got manicures for this episode, all right? Like,
I don't know who this person is. So if you happen to see any counterfeit nail girl ads nearby your nail salon, let us know in the comments. If
I will see them out in the wild. Yes. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Bring it to us. I love it. That would be so cool. Oh, man, we have way too much fun over here.
Yeah. I'm having so much fun with these nails. I think I'm just going to keep them on the whole time.
Do it. Just do it.
I made them myself.
I'm very proud. That's a lot of work.
Thank you.
All the Velcro and the sparklies.
Thank you.
They just sit so far off your fingers.
It does.
That was the weirdest thing for me when I got my first manicure, is that like it felt so thick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, this is weird. I can't.
Yeah, I've never had one either.
Do anything. I've always had to have relatively short nails. I worked a lot with like clay and stuff in high school, so it would get in the way with that. And then I worked with Lego for 10 years, and like paint your nails or do anything, but the moment you reach into a bin of bricks, gone, you know? So it wasn't worth it. And so, you know, I've played a little bit more recently, but just nails have never been important to me.
Yeah, same. I try to get into nails, and I've just done them myself. I haven't gone like professionally.
Yeah. I like to do too much stuff.
Yeah, right. I'll do press-ons, but it's just...
But they don't last that long, and I don't expect them to, but it's fun every once in a while. And
yeah.
Wow. Nails really are an art form, though. People come up with some crazy designs. Whether it's the shape of the nail, the length of the nail, but like the intricate... I've seen stuff on like Instagram where they will custom paint nails, like fan art, basically, for nails, and then send them to a client. And like, it's a huge market.
It is. Part of me wanted to bring on the next artist to be like a nail artist or whatever, because there's just so many. And again, also my Instagram feed is now, because I've been looking at it because I'm getting married, it's full of just nail art, and I'm like, whoa, like this.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Whoa,
just like that. How do you open a can of Coke?
How do people live?
I can't do anything.
How do you pee and wipe yourself?
Mine were even that long. And they were more pointing than I would have liked. I wish they had rounded them more, but I didn't have enough vernacular to tell them that or like know what I was asking for, because I'd never been. And it was one of those like, oh, we're going to go get our nails done. I'm like, okay.
Whatever you guys say.
Come up with some ideas. Yeah. Wow. I admire your dedication.
Thank you.
I'm here for it.
You just watched a clip from our podcast, Spotlight with Purple Easel.
We're art instructors here at one of the largest paint and sip studios, and we have lots to say about art, creatives. We like to spotlight people.
Yes, you want to make sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, add to the conversation. And you can also find us on YouTube, X, and...
Yeah, you want to watch the full up, because this was just a clip.
Yes.
Do the thing.